So we are back for another episode of The Buzz, and today we're going to be speaking with part of the Risk Takers team. We have Randy Weston, we have Crystal here with us, and we can't wait just to hear, some of the scoops, what's been happening behind the scene, on tour, off tour, on the bus. I'm already seeing, you guys are doing dance challenges and all that. So that's the first place where I'm going to start. So tell us about that dance challenge. Like, whose idea was that? Each of you are doing your own thing. Like that, tell us about that.
Jabari wanted us to get off the bus and try to do that this TikTok dance, and I said, "Man, let's give it a whirl." I'm not a dancer. I'm not a dancer though, but now I am working on it on my own because I will be coming back with a rebuttal video to my own self, and
Oh,
I would have perfected that dance for God.
well, come on, come on now. I mean, what better way to stretch your foot, right? I saw Crystal just went straight shout mode. Crystal didn't even start. She just held on to the bus and just started shouting right away.
That's right. Put a praise on it.
That's all I know. That's all I know. I put a praise on it. There you go.
That's funny. But but even looking at that, right? See, the first thing I'm looking at is thinking, like how important is it, right, for new believers to see young people in Christ, being safe but also still having fun, right? Like how important is that just to have that model out there?
I think that it's extremely important. I think that it's important to know that we believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, but we also do have a good time. I mean, the joy of the Lord is our strength, and even though we go through hard times with it, we still do smile. We still have a good time. We still are connected and relevant to this day and time as well. And so our heads are not somewhere under a rock. We are actually exposed and we're hearing what's going on in this time and trying to connect because that's the best way that we can actually minister is to know what's going on and then to connect to those so that we can actually win some.
Yeah, I mean that's spot on because I remember, when I got saved, a lot of the examples around me were, were much older individuals, and I'm definitely, it wasn't too much dancing. It was very buttoned up. It was very straight, and I was like,
Absolutely.
it was a whole different time. So it's good to see you guys out there. And hey, whether you're shouting or you're not, whatever it is, just keep doing your thing. So the Risk Takers Tour. You guys are on your seventh stop right now. Tomorrow is the closeout. A lot has happened during the tour and so forth. But even kind of starting back with the name itself, Risk Taker, starting with you, Randy, when you hear that phrase, Risk Taker, what kind of comes to mind and how do you align that with the goal for the tour?
As this tour has progressed, my definition of that has also kind of progressed, Crystal. Like
Okay.
when we started off, we knew that this was, everything was about a leap of faith. It was,
Hmm.
it was it was really kind of that. But um, as the tour has progressed and things have developed and things have opened up,
Hmm.
uh, it has gone from just being, as a believer, you got to take the risk on your faith and that
Hmm.
kind of stuff. But another thing that has been added to that for me is taking a risk on you. Um,
Yes.
and that being, you got three artists here who are completely different, who
Hmm.
operate in some similar ways, but a lot of different ways. Um, and we're going into these different spaces and different venues. And we're doing a lot of different things. And here we are. Are we willing to take a risk on ourselves and being
Mm.
our true authentic selves?
Yes.
And that is who God created us to be. And if we're not being that person, then and so I've seen all of us take a risk on ourselves and trusting
Hmm.
the authentic version of ourselves that God created us to be, and being okay with just being that. I can't be Jabari, and Jabari can't be Crystal, and Crystal can't be Randy.
Yes.
It's just one of those things where we're taking the risk on what God said about us. And I
Hmm.
think that's a message that should resonate to every believer, is that you don't want the success of somebody else. You want what God has exactly for you, but you've got to be
Yes.
willing to risk what you call success, one,
Hmm.
but also just take the risk on trusting who God made you to be and being proud about that. And so
Yes.
that has kind of we went from me, I went from just
Hmm.
from faith to faith, glory to glory, to like, you know what, like I've got to be exactly who I am in this space, and who likes it, loves it, and who doesn't just has to be okay. But I'm voting on what God made me.
Wow, that's spot on. What about you, Crystal? When you're hearing the phrase, risk taker, how has that evolved for you within these 7 stops and just overall?
I love what Randy just said, but along with that, the Risk Takers Tour, we're hoping that people will also see 3 examples of people who have taken risks.
Mm,
We wanted this to
yeah.
be a tour where people were inspired, where people, each of us have our own testimony where
Hmm.
we were challenged to step out, walk on the water, and trust that God would, not fail us, and He hasn't failed us. And so we want someone to be inspired to do the same. You're going to face obstacles and moments where you don't know whether to go left or right. But if God says to do it, take the risk. Let me tell you, He has the strongest hand to trust. And so we're hoping that people will be inspired through the 3 of our testimonies and lives to do the same. And as Randy had said, success is going to look different for each of us. But can
Hmm.
you take the risk in God, knowing that He actually knows your final destination?
Wow. No, I think that's definitely as well too. They both kind of tied into there. And Jabari, I don't know if you want to weigh in on this or not, but we were discussing, what is the phrase risk taker means to you personally, and how has that changed, if at all, during the progression of the tour so far? Just the overall experience.
It just really means that a person that's willing to step out and not be afraid of you know, stepping into the unknown.
Hmm.
I think a lot of people, you know, get caught up in their comfort zones, or like I said, get caught up in their comfort zones and just get stuck there because they're scared of what if I fail, or what if this
Hmm.
don't work out. But you never know until you try. I know that's very cliche thing, cliche thing to say, but it's just
Hmm.
like, yo, you never know until you step out on faith and trust what God says in His Word. When He says that He never leave you nor forsake you, He'll be with you always. He mean that even when you take that risk, He's still there all the time. So yeah, man, that's what it mean to me. Just somebody that's not afraid to step into the unknown and just be and do what God has called them to do.
And and even with that, to that same point, right? Because I saw a video recently of you, rededicating and getting baptized and so forth. So, speaking of just, being fearless, like what did that moment really meant for you, in the midst of this, in the midst of touring, in the midst of everything, but still, finding time to do that, to like rededicating that commitment.
Honestly, that was a risk because you got to think about people saying, "Oh, we've been inviting him to our church, and he's been singing, and
Mm-hmm.
he ain't been like completely A1 with God." And it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
no, but your local pastor is not completely A1 with God. So
Mm-hmm.
take it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just was like, man, I don't have to answer to none of y'all, to nobody but God. So I want to rededicate my life. I want to do things right. I want to get back in right standings with God and walk in line with His word. So that's what I'm gonna do. It was a risk because it's just like, what if people see this and they be like, "Oh, he ain't been living what he's singing. We're not gonna invite him
Mm-hmm.
to our church no more." I'm just like, all right, it is what it is. God will provide. I think it's crazy that after I did that, my assistant actually hit me up and I got one of like the biggest contracts,
Wow.
like to go sing somewhere. And I was just like, what? Me? And I was just, she's like, yeah, they called you. And I was just like, oh, okay, cool. God is doing His thing. I thought people was gonna like hold off on me and see, like, oh, let's see if you really
Mm-hmm.
mean it. But God, I think God knew I really meant it when I did it. You know what I'm saying? I still got a lot of things. It's just people think that when you go down in the water, you come up, and then it's just like, oh, I'm new. It's like, yeah, you're new, but you still got to work through those things
Mm-hmm.
so you can, so you can be good, and be right with God. So you know what I'm saying? That was a major risk. And I ain't gonna lie, I was standing there, and Randy, I tell you, I was going back and forth like, should I do it? Nah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do it. And I was like, well, I got on these jeans, I can't do it. He's like, bro, if you really want to do it, just go get baptized, bro. Like, just do it.
Wow.
And then we couldn't find clothes, and then all of a sudden, the guy was like, oh, we got some sweats, we got a t-shirt. And I was like, all right, well, it's meant to be. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So it just took the risk, did it, and God is, you know, He's been provided.
See,
Can I
and I
jump in
think,
there, Sherwin?
yeah, yeah, of course, I was gonna punt it to you. Go ahead.
Because I mean, he really set a precedent just in general. Realistically, what Jabari did is something that we should, maybe not the act of baptism, but every day it should be a rededication, a
Yes.
recommitment to God
Mm-hmm.
every single day. Like
Yes.
he made a public display of
Mm-hmm.
what we should really do. He said, be renewed. Your mind should be renewed
Mm-hmm.
every day. So today, every day we get up and we decide, I'm going to serve you. I'm going to go in the way. God ain't handcuffing Jabari. Jabari can get up,
Mm-hmm.
take that guitar, and go anywhere he want to go. Crystal can take that voice and do whatever she wants to
Come
do.
on. Yeah.
But he made the conscious decision, before the public eye about something that had already happened in his heart. So his baptism, I mean, it was just good to see. What had already been transforming in his heart, my heart, Crystal's heart. I mean, he might have got
Mm-hmm.
baptized for all of us. But
Mm-hmm.
what had already been happening, what should happen every single day, and I was extremely proud to be a part of that. I'm the big brother, but I look up to him because of that. I think I texted him last night and talked about it, maybe it was the night before, about just, how I felt about all of it. And I wanted to disclose, like, our conversations like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Of
But,
course.
you
Yeah.
know, it was an amazing thing to watch. And it really, set the tour. And he's the youngest out of the three of us. It set the
Mm-hmm.
tour on another path as well, for everybody. And so we were grateful, that of what God did even in that moment, because it changed the trajectory of the tour. It changed the
Wow.
trajectory of the ministries that we're doing right now. So yeah, it was
And
huge.
I
It was
say
bigger
this,
than Jabari.
man. I say this for anybody that's watching this, like, stop being handcuffed by the thoughts of people or what you think people are going to say about you for making a decision to do what's right for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been called a holy roller. You think you better than everybody because you serve? No, I don't. I don't. But I want to live and I want to operate in what God can bless me, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, why do I care about? I used to be that guy. I used to be the guy that cared about what people say. I would get up
Mm-hmm.
and raise my hands in worship because I thought people was gonna be looking at me. You can feel people's eyes just looking at your art. I didn't want to get up and dance in church because of what people would say about me or what people would think. It's just like at this
Yeah.
point, it's like who cares? Who cares what you have to say? God is pleased, bro. God is pleased. And if you don't like it, take it up with him. Take it up with him. Your thoughts don't mean any people's thoughts don't mean anything to me anymore. Anymore, they don't, bro. I'm just like, man,
Try
listen,
Jesus.
that
Come.
period. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Try him. We ain't even
I
gotta get
I
into the
love
rest of it. Just try him. You know what
I
I'm saying?
love I
So
love it, and I think that's what freedom looks like, right? And freedom in Christ as well too. And one thing I was gonna ask you, because I know just to be mindful in terms of time as well. So, what are some green room deal breakers? And anyone can take this question, or Crystal, I'll punt this to you right after I go with green room deal breakers. You would say, hey, in my green room, I must have filling the blank.
Well, I heard some people have certain things. I don't care. So I do like to have like Lay's chips and definitely I sing with
Okay.
gum. People are
Mm-hmm.
learning
Mm-hmm.
that. I'm really not as picky. The biggest thing is, the green room is really a moment for preparation. And so
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, people it could be a room that's congested. I don't think people take the green room as seriously as it is for us. You think
Mm,
that it's a room that we want to just pamper ourselves or that we want to be so set apart from the teams or, it's really not that. It's a moment for us to actually get quiet, to pray prior to, hitting the stage. And yes, it may be filled with all of the things that we're asking for in our writers and this and that. But beyond that, we need it to be a moment of quiet, a moment to stabilize our mind. And that's really why it's there before we get on, because we're rushing. We're trying to hurry to get to the church
yeah.
or to get to the venue. And we just need that moment to settle ourselves prior to. But for me, if you got gum in the room and it's sugar free, that's my biggest. And water. I think I'll be okay. I might be able to
And
endure
any
on the
particular
flesh side.
brand?
My voice can make it.
Any particular brand? So it does it have to
Uh,
be Fuji?
are we
Like what do
being
you, what do you,
supported by that brand?
All right, so that's fine. We don't have to say,
Bingo.
"Ooh, I love it." What
Are they
about
going to
you,
endorse?
Randy?
Bingo. Um, Yeah, I'm kind of like Crystal. Like a lot of times, a lot of things that are in green rooms are of no effect for me because it's not like I'm
Mm,
getting ready to actually take up on them. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you don't have to
yeah,
Britney Spears me because of what we do is
yeah.
so spiritual. You know what I mean? It
Mm-hmm.
should be. I mean, I kind of any artist who just kind of wants to joke around and play around all day in the green room, I'm kind of like worried about just a little bit because lives are
Mm,
at stake for what we do, and so I'm kind of like Crystal when it comes part. The green room is really a preparation room. As a matter of fact, when I go out with the I'm a part of a band. When we go out, I
mm-hmm.
ask as a leader if I could just have a little room to myself as well, just for a second, so I can gather myself and thoughts,
Wow.
as we're leading people to the presence of God. But on the natural side, I'm a charcuterie guy. So at my house, on a day-to-day basis, we have charcuterie boards throughout my house,
Okay.
pretty much every day. So everything that comes on that, we just nibble. My whole family, we just kind of nibble around on those charcuterie boards like throughout the week. So we
Okay.
got snacks going like that. So I love the charcuterie boards and some pineapples and things like that. And yeah, I shouldn't have it, but I wouldn't mind a little Coke. Coca-Cola Classic. My God, guys got to help me.
I mean,
Jabari told me I'm drinking battery acid, but it's
oh
cleaning my
my,
insides. It's cleaning my insides. It's
I
cleaning my
I
insides.
love it. I love it. So
It's tearing
no.
your insides up is what it's doing.
Hey
Well,
man,
I think for me, give me all green M&Ms, and no, I'm playing.
I was gonna be like, whoa.
Yeah, and my writer, my assistant be like
Britney
getting on me
Spears.
like,
Britney Spears.
I'm weak. My assistant be getting on me. She be like, Jabari, you gotta like tell people what you want in your green room because they really just be putting anything in there. Like, I think for me, if you give me Yolanda Adams said you gotta eat potato chips before you go on stage because it helps with your voice. So give me
Mm.
some
Oh wow.
some
Okay.
Lay's potato chips, some water, some tea, and what else? Some some kind bars, and I'm
Okay.
good. You know what I'm saying? The
Okay,
cranberry
okay.
almond joints, I'm good. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? But
I'm with it.
and please give me my room to myself because I've been to churches where they just like once I grab that door for you,
Thank you.
no problem.
Come
I've
come
been to
on, come on,
churches
come on, gentlemen.
where
Go ahead.
she's walking with a whole plate in her hand, man. You know what I'm saying? The Bible said it. No, I ain't gonna say that. Train up a child, huh? And when he's old, huh? I haven't strayed too far away from my teacher. You know what I'm saying? But I've been to churches where they put you in a green room and then they start bringing other people in your green room. And I'm just
Mm,
like, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Been to churches where what church I was at, I was chilling, yo, in the green room, and they came in there and was just like, I was on the couch, like sleep, and it was like, hey, we need this couch. And they came and took the couch out of the green room and left me in there with just like a basic cafeteria chair to sit on. And I was just like, wow, bro, this is wild. But, you know, I just say, just be respectful of the artist, man, and just give us our own space. And don't be bringing other people in our space while we trying to like prepare for ministry. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
um,
us are not hard to deal with. You know what I'm saying? What I just said, what I just asked for, or what I just named, probably is just about $20, $25 at most. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people write us be like, you gotta go spend $500 for their green room. And I'm just not that guy. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm with you.
just be respectful of the artists and just give us our space and give us our little water, tea, kind bars, and some fruit and some coke. You know what I'm saying? And some
I
gum, and we'll be all right. So,
I hear you. I hear you. So this last one here now is gonna be, with coming down towards the seventh stop, you guys had Montgomery tonight, then closing it out in the Big A, you're gonna be in Atlanta. What are some of those moments, like kind of looking back on the tour, looking back on the spot, the different stops, just even together, within personal fellowship within the team, like what are some of those memorable moments that resonated with each of you, starting with you, Crystal?
For me, well, Jabari helped with one of my most memorable
Mm,
moments. on Sunday. We were at Pastor Travis Green's church. And so I was so honored to be a part of that moment with Jabari and with our team and the few people that were there. So I'll be able to take that with me. And then it's been awesome to connect with people on the bus. It's been awesome as we're touring. It's great that we're able to tour together. Been playing games and talking with one another and just having
By the
those
way, Crystal cannot beat me in spades.
Well,
I'm just
wait a
letting you
minute.
know
Wait
now.
a minute.
She got her one little victory, and
I
she
did
just
run a Boston. We did.
hey.
We did.
You
She
seem a little
ran a
petty.
Boston, but let me tell you,
You
let
seem a
me tell
little
you
petty
this,
right now.
bro. I got the score. I promise you, I'll send it to you. He needed
Only
5 books to win,
wait a minute. He
and I
only
told
has.
her, I said, stop. I told her she needed 5 books to win, and I told her, I said, I'm the GOAT. Stop playing with me. And when I started running them spades, and she didn't have none left, I said, hey, you can hang it up. It's over. It's over.
Here's
Game
here's
over.
the
Call
thing.
me
Here's the
Jordan.
thing, Sherwin.
Oh my
Here's the
God.
deal. He only has record in his iPad of the loss versus the Boston. There's no record of it, but I'm so glad it's stated on this Zoom call that it did.
You ran a Boston.
My
You ran a
God.
Boston, but how many times did you lose? Huh?
Oh wow. Wow.
It's
Even
been
Golden State lost a game during the playoffs. But guess who moved on? Golden State. I'm preaching here. I'm preaching a word, huh?
Oh my gosh. So Randy, before I bring it back to Jabari, what were some of those memorable moments for you? I can't even ask my question. You guys got me cracking up. What were
Of
some of those
course,
moments for you?
we talked about Jabari's, the baptism and all that. But I think about Memphis. It was just me and Crystal in the backstage. She had just got done performing, and we just had a.
What was that?
I'm just playing. I'm just
Randy, you are a child. Oh my God.
You
Uh,
see, you guys are having way too much fun. I can only
we
imagine
just
in
no.
person.
I'm
I
so
can only
sorry.
imagine
I'm
in
so sorry.
person.
I just wanted to see Crystal's face. I'm just playing. But no, like we think we actually just I think we actually enjoy each other's company. Like I'll be sad if we're not still connected after this tour.
Mm,
Like because I mean that's how I genuinely feel.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I keep yelling out, I love me some Crystal Atkins. I call her Crystal Atkins because I actually I'm completely open to these people. You know what I mean? I actually do
Mm-hmm.
love them, and I actually do want the best for them. And I actually want to be a part of whatever they got going on. You know what I mean? And so I think it's been overall, we've learned so much, not
Mm-hmm.
just about, we learned so much about ourselves even in this space. You know what I'm saying? And it's been great. But I absolutely, these artists that are on here right here, I absolutely like legit love them. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that they're in my life. Um, yeah, and I hope to I hope that it stays like that and we continue to grow. You know what I mean? In friendship and brotherhood, and so forth and so on. So, but in
Awesome.
Memphis, oh Jackson, Mississippi, my God! All right.
Jabari, I think I probably know what that memorable moment might be for you, but it seems
yeah,
like
it was
there's a lot of
it was the
inside jokes as
baptism.
well too. So what
Yeah,
is there's a lot of jokes.
just getting baptized and all that, man. It
Okay,
was a
okay.
amazing experience, being able to be on the bus and actually beat everybody in spades the whole day,
Mm-hmm.
everybody, and I do mean everybody.
And
Um,
TikTok videos, I saw those dance
TikTok
challenges and all
videos I was
that.
trying to do the little A Baby joint, failing miserably,
Uh-huh.
Randy said I looked like I was stumping roaches. Crystal just started shouting, period. But
She didn't even
yeah,
try.
man, she didn't even try. She was just kicking. But that was it, man. I think getting
Nice.
baptized. If I didn't get anything else out of this tour, it was just like if I came on this tour to rededicate my life to Christ, then that was enough for me. You know what I'm saying?
Love it. Yeah.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? And Randy said something the other day. It's like, we always say that Jesus left the 99 to go get the one, and then we be upset when we go out and we only reach one person. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, you know what? That make a lot of sense, man. And I had this
Hmm.
one chick walk up to me and tell me, she's like, your record um really blessed me because she used to like cut herself and she showed me her arm and I was just like, what?
Wow.
And she was telling me how the
Mm.
album brought her out of depression and stuff. And even to this day, she listened to it to, just keep her, stable and stuff like that. And I was just like, man, this is what it's all about. It ain't about
Yes.
having millions of fans, even though that would be nice, you know what I'm saying? But it's at the same time, we're changing lives one
Okay.
life at a time. So that's all it is, man.
Love it. Love it. And next stop. So right now you guys are going to be in Montgomery tonight. Then you're closing it out in Atlanta. So, what can people expect? Is there going to be any surprises that's going to be showing up to tonight? Any special guests coming in tonight, as well as what's happening in
Yeah,
Atlanta?
they can expect the mighty move of God. That's,
Okay.
don't come for a concert, come for an experience, man. We got
Love it.
Vashawn, we got Major, phenomenal artists. And then when we get to
Yeah.
Atlanta, we got James Fortune and Kim Burrell. It's going to be an amazing experience the next 2 nights. It's going to be an amazing worship experience. So, like I said, don't come looking for a show. Just come looking for an encounter with God, and He's going to step in. He's going to have His way. You know what I'm saying? So
Love
that's
it.
it.
Love it. Love it. Before I have each of you list your social, I would not be doing my job correctly if I didn't give it back to Crystal. I know you have something new that is coming up. You got a new single that's about to drop. Just let me know what is the name of that? When can we expect it? What's the scoop on that?
Coming out tomorrow. It's called Trouble Don't Last. And so I'm really excited. It's a good head bopping. It's a good shoulder, raiser. So it's fun. It's a good song. And we're actually going to do it we've been doing it on this tour. So I'm really
Awesome.
excited that people are getting new Crystal Lake music.
I love it. And for everyone kind of passing it around, since you have the mic right now, Crystal, where can people find you? Where can they still get tickets for tonight's show in Montgomery as well as Atlanta?
Absolutely. So they can still get tickets at Risk Takers. Is it the tour.com or Risk Takers? RiskTakersTour.com.
Yeah,
Um,
risktakerstour.com.
com and then the last 2 nights will be there and they can still get tickets, so please come in. You can still come to the venue if you see the address and show up. There are tickets still at the door. In order to get in contact with me personally on Facebook, it's Crystal Aikin, my name, and then on IG it is The Real Crystal Aikin, and it's THE Real Crystal Aikin. There's a page out there, THEE, and I know people have been connected to it, but that's not me. So I just want to make sure people are getting me and not the fake me.
Come on, not the fake you. Randy, talk to us. What do you have coming down the pipe outside of tomorrow's event, and where can people follow you?
Yeah, we have a new single that came out about a month ago, maybe about 6 weeks ago, Making a Way. God's
Making
helping
away,
us,
yes.
God's blessing that, Making a Way. So go get that. You definitely you want that in your, it's a life's anthem, the God
Love it.
continue to make a way. So we got that coming. We got a brand new record coming July 22nd, called
Ooh,
Made for
wow.
This,
Okay.
Made for
Nice.
This. And we've also got the Made for This tour that's kicking out
Mm,
mid-July as well. So we got all these things happening, and so we're excited. So on social media, you can definitely follow me. My Instagram is Judah_band. On Facebook is Judah Band, Randy Weston and Judah Band. Definitely want to connect. It's actually me. It's not a bot. I ain't like these big time artists that got somebody managing and doing it for them. It's me putting up those terrible posts. Pray for me, church.
got you. And Jabari, where can people find you? Where can they download the new album, One Touch?
What's
Where
up,
can they
yo?
find you?
So you can follow me on IG at Jabari Johnson, on Facebook Jabari Johnson. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Jabari Johnson. And new album out, One Touch. You can go get it on all digital music platforms. And yeah, man. If you want to book your boy, just go to the website thejabarijohnson.com, and everything you need is on the website. So
And
everything I just said is literally on the website too. So appreciate the support, appreciate the love, man. Y'all go check out the record.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you as well, Jabari, at the celebrity basketball game. I'm looking forward to seeing you chopping it up over there. I'm just saying, I'm looking forward to
You
seeing you
already know
doing your
how it
thing.
is.
So you
You
better
already
You
show
know.
know
up and
why
get
they
ready
did.
for
You
that.
know why I didn't get the invite? Because can't nobody in this
Because
industry stop
you
me.
too little. Because you too little.
There's not a soul in this industry. None of them even played ball in school. None of them.
I played college ball.
They
Sorry,
didn't.
I
I
played
played
college ball.
ABA. I played
I
ABA.
played college ball.
All right, Randy.
ABA.
Somebody got to reach out to you
College.
too, Randy. That's all I'm gonna say. Somebody got to reach out
They
to
can't
you.
guard me. I see them on Instagram yapping at each other. They can't even play.
You too little, bro.
They're
What are you
they're
talking about?
terrible.
I
They're
will
I don't
murder
terrible.
want
you in the paint. Are you
I
serious?
don't want to start anything in the camp. You guys have been loving on each
Hey,
other.
he got a
I don't want to
he got a
start
gym
nothing.
membership and now he feels swole. Take that little gym membership. Your heart's not big enough to guard me.
I can't. Listen, y'all, risktakerstour.com. Get your tickets. You can catch them in Montgomery tonight. Catch them in ATL tomorrow. Amazing group. Follow them. Follow the journey. Guys, appreciate you coming on, talking to me. You guys, look like you have a whole lot of fun behind the scenes. Maybe one time you can share some of those inside jokes, but I appreciate you showing up and have a great show tonight.
Gospel Music Buzz. Gospel Music Buzz.
You're listening to Gospel Music Buzz, bringing you the buzz on gospel and wholesome content.